In 2020, while people online were arguing whether the COVID vaccine will give you autism or not, an unnamed high school singer has swiftly taken over the Japanese internet by storm. No one knows her face, her real identity, and all we know is her pseudonym, Ado. Welcome to the story of how this faceless high school girl conquered J-pop. Ado was born in 2002 in the capital of Japan. As a quiet girl who mostly kept to herself, Ado had a lot of creative juices in her mind. Though having creativity doesn't really come with true talent. During elementary school, Ado drew quite a lot, but it wasn't really too well received by her peers, adding to her very unusual deep voice. She was not exactly the most popular person in the classroom. But oh boy, little did they know the insane things she would accomplish in just one decade later. As a millennial growing up, Ado spent a lot of time on the internet. Oh, maybe she was a gamer.
What a fucking nick.
Oh wait, I sure do hope not. She took interest in music at the video sharing website Nico Nico. You know, that horrendous website that requires paid membership for skipping the video forward during peak hours. At that time, outside all the 360p anime girls MMD spam, there was an emerging trend that would change the music industry in Japan forever. Now picture this, my viewers. Let's say you want to be a singer. You actually have a good voice, you have amazing music talents, and you know some sort of music composition with the ability to make songs like these. Hey, come on, a song is a song. Either way, it seems like you are on track of being an aspiring singer. But there's one small problem. Here's a mirror, and you look ugly. Ugh, no amazing voice can save you from that hideous face. Now, if this situation of yours happens before the internet age, then I'm sorry, you can't be a singer and no amount of X factors can save you. Luckily, in the internet age, there were two brand new trends that began to take over Japan and potentially save the singer dream. First was the Vocaloid producers. These Vocaloid software were equipped with a computer singer that has enabled musical artists to compose pop songs with a much lower barrier to entry. The second trend is this, a Japanese term which literally means try to sing, the equivalent of cover singers in English. These two trends astonished Ado. She realized that these cover singers and producers were all faceless and anonymous. The only thing that connected the singers with their listeners were their voices. This was a viable way to start the music journey in the internet age. In the years that followed, Ado began grinding, not on League of Legends, but she went hard on musical jargons. You know, all the C majors, the crescendos, descendos. Fast forward to middle school, while the rest of us are f***ing around and doing nothing at all. She began to upload cover videos on the internet. But before she does that, obviously, a sick and cool username is needed.
Oh, hell no!
Something like Did Your Mom 69 or Neko Reviews won't suffice. So Ado took inspiration from kyogen, a form of traditional Japanese theater play, which consisted of a conversation between two or more actors, including songs and dances. The main actor is called Shite, and the side character is called Ado. So now you know where her name comes from. The name Ado implied she wanted to be that supporting character who used her singing to support every listener out there. You can also notice Ado's first ever personal album, released in 2022, also took the name Kyogen from the theater play. With a username established, Ado uploaded a cover music video of Kimi no Taion on January 10th of 2017. Obviously, she's not lucky enough to be a millionaire's daughter.
I have no money!
Being a normal middle schooler who had zero access to professional recording tools, she covered her closet in soundproofing materials that she brought online, and then she just recorded in it when she was alone. It might look awkward, but it sounded great for an amateur. I don't have the actual pictures for this, but it probably looks like the show Bocce the Rock. In her first ever video, the video description read, "Nice to meet you, I'm Ado. Finally, I posted my cover of the song, which has been a dream of mine. My goal is to perform at big parties. I'm quite serious about it." At first, nobody watched her stuff, like my videos, goddammit. But soon, one of her covers would change her life forever. This song in question was this one. It was an ordinary song. It featured the dialogue of a girl who basically said how special she was, and she was not as basic as the other girls. It was often joked as the official anthem of r/not like other girls on reddit.com. Most of the covers of this song featured cute voices from moi kawaii singers, but Ado had a very unusual approach. Having a very deep voice, she covered the song by sprinkling her own style and lyrics, offering a brand new spin to the song. And soon enough, her cover began to be picked up by netizens, even receiving her first 100 likes on Twitter. It was not a massive amount, as nowadays, OnlyFans girls can easily exceed that amount. I'm not f***ing buying your OnlyFans. But it was a major milestone for the young Ado. Fueled by her small W, she began to cover other songs including these ones. Though she released many covers, she still had zero formal vocal training. She took inspiration from these two singers. You can even hear the similarities. By taking small steps at a time, she slowly gained popularity on Neko Neko. But this next song she covered will be the ultimate springboard to her popularity, and that song was Hindrance, a vocaloid song performed by Hatsune Miku. Wait, is Miku all along again? Yeah. The song was about a person expressing her anger towards a hypocrite. Obviously, such a critical song filled with negative emotion fits Ado extremely well, and it was an understatement to say Ado freaking nailed it. Her cover quickly caught the attention of the original producer, Shudo. The part-time music creator was very surprised to see an actual high school girl covering his songs, maybe even better than the original. Okay guys, calm down, I'm just joking. As such, Shudo decided to reach out to Ado. They found to be a perfect match, and the duo worked on her very first debut song, which was the absolute banger, Usseewa. Outrageous, angry, furious will be the three words to describe the song. It was basically trashing all the ridiculous rule sets that the Japanese work slaves had to follow in order to please their superiors. Even though Ado was just a high school girl, never actually worked at a full-time office environment, her explosive vocals resonated with millions of poor souls in the Japanese workforce. There's a reason why Japanese birth rate is so f***ed. The Japanese yen has depreciated greatly over the years. With the massive urbanization, every Japanese is tangled in work, and obviously this was not a good environment to raise kids. Moreover, the Asian problem in Japan is a super concerning issue. Back to the song. It easily reached the top of Japanese music boards at Spotify and Oricon, with the MV and YouTube hastily breezing through 100 million views in just a span of a couple weeks. Just like YOASOBI, Ado had absolutely dominated Japan from the very beginning of her debut. After Usseewa, Ado released banger after banger. Her rocky vocals, fitted with the brainwashing tunes of Vocaloid style music, was a match in heaven. Songs like Ready Made, Ashura-Chan were met with great successes. I would also like to introduce my personal favorite, Kira Kira, as well. God damn it, what do you mean I can't profit off somebody else's hard-earned work? In recent years, her work on the One Piece movie helped to bring further Vocaloid music to mainstream media, spreading it from the small areas of Akihabara to every corner of Japan. Ado also did her first ever concert at just the age of 19, and somehow she hid her face throughout the entire performance. It was also quite funny to see her cringing reacting to the concert years later. Looking back at her first ever cover video, this was much bigger than a party, and it was truly a dream come true to her. While Ado's path to music was not as dramatic as YOASOBI from my previous video, it was very impressive to see a nameless and a faceless high school girl bouncing her way to success. Being such a young and bright star in the J-pop industry, I'm sure the dominance of Ado will still last many decades to come. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like my videos. Please, I need recognition.